Hello everybody, welcome back to wolfeei. Today we're going to be talking about Block Wars 5, in retrospect of course. I've been doing this series, for a little bit now. Ever since about a month ago, I've been talking about past Block Wars events and how it's been to host them internally. But we've hit a bit of a roadblock because this event, Block Wars 5, hasn't really presented any internal issues, but more so it spawned a series of dominant performances from one particular player named Feinberg, who's right here. But before we get into today's video, okay, before we get into it fully, I will be live streaming today later because it's other people are live right now, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. So probably around like 7:30 p.m. BST, maybe even 8 p.m. BST. Heck, maybe even 8:30. Probably like 8 p.m. BST roughly. I'll be live. So come watch. Okay. Anyways, Block Wars 5. Ignore Aqua Team. Anyways, yeah, this event was just fine, I guess. Nothing particular really happened except for the spawn of Feinberg, because as far as I remember at least, Feinberg being in Block Wars 5 was the first time that he played in a minigame event. And since then, he's kind of been in like almost every single minigame event, including MCC as of very recently. And he's done really, really good in every single one of them, pretty much. Except for, I think, like one Mayhem, and even last PB he did fantastic, despite his team getting, like, bottom 3. But yeah, like, if we want to talk about this event before we get into Feinberg specifically, the red team was a little strong. Oops, it had 2 newcomers. We didn't really know that Feinberg was going to be the best player in the world because he hadn't played a minigame event before. Obviously, nowadays we would have not done this team. As much as it's a very cool team, would have probably changed it ever so slightly. And a yellow team ended up being a very strong team too. I think this was Akko's first really strong performance, if I remember correctly. Which is the reason why this yellow team did so well. You could call it broken, because if you look at it now, yeah, it's broken. It has like 3 top players on the same team. Shanna Misty Duo obviously has a track record of being very broken. Either way, yeah, the rest of the teams were fine. I mean, the Lime team ended up being a little weak. Call it an underperformance, call it just not as strong of a team. Pink team was a little on the weaker side, which, I mean, also could have been just an on-the-day moment. Also with H being new, obviously, things were a little different and was probably a little bit more difficult to get into it. Or, sorry, to get into the event. You also have a team like Aqua Team that's, on paper, extremely broken, but ended up getting, like, 3rd. Yeah. 3rd, close, you know. The mid couple of teams were pretty close, so good enough. Anyways, that's about it for Block Wars 5. Now to talk about Feinberg, because, like said, Feinberg in Block Wars 5 was the first time that Feinberg started dominating the event scene. And if you look at his Block Wars placements, by the way, this doesn't include Chaos. I'm sure that he did really good in Block Wars Chaos. I don't remember if he did, but I'm sure he got top 3 or something like that. He's gotten 2nd once, and every other time he's gotten 1st. His average placement on the website is 1st because, you know, the numbers round up or whatever, or down, or however you want to call it. But yeah, 5 first individuals, obviously rookies included, but this was on an 8th place team, so despite it being the Mickey Mouse roster, that is still a very good performance. The only ones that you could call like kind of free are like Block Wars 9 and I guess Block Wars 10, but even then I think in Block Wars 10 he set like a record or of some sorts, right? Yeah, 3.7, almost 3.8 thousand points. 2nd was freaking 2.9. That's almost 1,000, close enough. Like, insane difference. Then he also did it in PB. Admittedly, the team was very broken. But if you go to Feinberg, oh, he's already on the popular pages thing. But if you go to Feinberg PB12, Team 6th, him 2nd, look at the comp in this event in frickin' individual, and that's pretty damn good. You know, Kalen beat him because his team did better. Look at his 2nd frag in 9th. Look at Fine's 2nd frag in 19th. That's a 10 places difference, by the way. Like, really good performance from Feinberg. And then MCC Season 4 kickoff. he pretty much did it again. Yes, Shane did beat him, and you know, it doesn't mean that Fein actually got first, because he didn't. He got second, but by like 12 points. So like that's close enough. He pretty much dominated. And for MCC, which is notoriously known to be a knowledge slash experience diff event, second on your debut event is really impressive, even for Feinberg. Okay, even for Feinberg, that's really good. Second by like 300 plus point difference. So yeah, Feinberg, Block Wars 5, insane. Unintentionally, Block Wars pioneered this dominant run of Feinberg. We'll see how it continues forward as people have become very aware of his ability to perform. Either way, if you want to watch more Feinberg, he's live streaming or casting the MCSR ranked playoffs and just MCSR ranked seasons in general. It's very entertaining to watch if you love competitive Minecraft events. It is super sick to watch these players head against each other, because they're like really good at the game. Like, there was already some crazy stuff here. I was gonna record this an hour earlier, but I got distracted because of this. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna continue watching this. I'll see you all on stream at like 8 p.m. BST probably, or GMT, whatever the UK time zone is nowadays. 8 p.m. by the way would be 3 p.m. Eastern. So see you there. Anyways, thank you for watching. Goodbye.